it was a great atmosphere, a great game. I thought we played, as well as we can offensively. Mike had a huge first half, and Tyler had his best game here. I thought defensively we broke down in the second half a little bit to start the second half, and we gave them a couple open looks, and they're a tremendous basketball team, and they knocked down 2 big threes, and we didn't cover back in the lane well a couple times, and they made great plays. And again, I think they're a tremendous basketball team. They won at Virginia, they won at Wisconsin. They're a very, very good basketball team. I thought we played well. We just didn't do a couple things on defense that we needed to do, and other than that, we gave it everything we had. I thought we played well. It was a great crowd. It was a great day. Questions?
Talk about Tyler's game. Do you talk about being more aggressive?
Well, they're doubling Rock. They're leaving him, and he's got to take the ball to the basket when he can, and he did it. He had a tremendous game of being able to get there and get in the lane and finish around the basket, and he can do that. He's getting an open look kind of because they're cheating off him.
Can you talk about Volleyball before just when you say
He's a tremendous player. He'll be the first pick in the draft. He's got the best footwork of any big guy that I've seen. They did a great job of finding him against the zone down there, and he's a great finisher around the basket. We got him involved in ball screens, and that's why Mike got some of those looks in the first half. And we just weren't quite consistent enough. Although we were pretty good with what we did offensively. I think offensively we did pretty much the things we wanted to do. Defensively, we just didn't do a good enough job.
It looked like Rakeem was having trouble, couldn't get his shots to drop.
Well, he was a little outside, and then he didn't get by. He just didn't quite get to the basket, and he had some good looks, and ball just didn't get go down for him there.
At the end, you went offense, defense with Caleb and Ron.
Just a little bit, not much. Just to stop the clock, just to get our press set up, that's all.
It wasn't because of Caleb's defensive presence.
No.
Trevor struggled again. About his third or fourth game in a row. He's really not been able to find it.
Well, he's shooters are going to be up and down. He missed a couple good. He had a couple good looks that he missed, and he had 2 opportunities on the fast break that he didn't convert. In fact, 3. He had one in the first half, and then he had 2 in the second half. If he converts those 3, he's got a good game.
Jim, the leadership of Mike Benajay, just where he's at right now?
Yeah, Mike's playing great. I don't think you can ask any player to do anything more than what Mike's doing. He's playing great basketball. He's playing good as anybody. Any player. He's doing everything.
How did they adjust that in the second half?
Cook did a good job. He stayed with him. We went to Rock a little bit more in the second half, and he didn't get the same opportunities. They stayed. They switched. They doubled. They were very aware where he was. That's why Tyler gets some opportunities getting to the basket and some of those situations. But and Trevor got some good looks too.
When's the last time you've seen a young big man as good?
No, I said when I saw him, he's the best big guy that I've seen come along in a long time. He's got as good a footwork as any big guy I've seen since, way back. He's a very, very good offensive player. He knows where, and Duke does a great job of finding him in there, and he's, finishing layups. He's finishing around the basket. But,
Did you sense anything different with this game? Tell the guys anything? 35,000 fans.
They can see. They can see it. They know who's here.
After think Chino did in his little spot?
You know, he's just not quite ready yet.
Overall, what did you think of Caleb today?
You know, Caleb makes some good plays, and he makes some freshman mistakes that we can't afford. You know, just got a 10-point lead, bad turnover, and should have had a layup, and they get one. But you know, those things happen.
Coach, can you talk about how your team has played the last 3 games?
The what?
How your team has played the last 3 games. Seems like maybe your best 3-game stretch of the season. Would you agree with
We played good for a long time. North Carolina, we played one of our best games. Pittsburgh played great. North Carolina was down 25 at Pittsburgh today. We played great at Pittsburgh. You know, we played really good tonight. You know, we're playing as good as we can play. Played good at Boston College. I don't think we can play any better, really, honestly, especially offensively. I mean, this is about as good as we can play.
That's a Jim. You want to cut down a little on penetration, on the guard penetration.
You know, most of it was in the middle. They got the ball in the middle, and that guy dumped it down, and the forwards didn't do a good job getting back in there. Mainly. That was most of it. It wasn't as much guard this game as it has been in some games, but it was more that.
How frustrating is that, Dan? If you're playing as well as you can and not able to quite get the win, how frustrating is that for you?
Well, you know, you just have to, you know, maybe we're just not good enough to get that win. That's the only thing I can look at and say. We might not be quite good enough unless we can play a little better. We only had 9 turnovers, but we can play a little better than we did. We made a couple bad mistakes, but you're going to make some mistakes. I'm not sure right now we're good enough. You know, we really haven't been quite good enough. And like I said, we played well at Pittsburgh and North Carolina. We played well today. I just don't think right now we're good enough to win these games. I think we have improved. I think we are improving. But, you know, we still got to get better, and we'll see what happens Wednesday.
Coach, how does this game help you prepare for the upcoming tough stretch of Louisville and Pitt and Notre Dame?
Well, all the games we've had have been tough. We haven't had any games that aren't tough, so I think we're prepared. We haven't had an easy game. I can't remember when we had an easy game.
About 5 or so minutes left. You switched Mike onto the inbound to the baseline on offense.
No, we were just trying something. Just didn't really work that well. It wasn't anything.
Coach, does this game have a postseason feel? And if so, is that important for you guys, given that you're not...
You know, every game you play in front of 35,000 people has a pretty good feel. But, you know, I think every game you play you're going to play as hard as you can, and you try to do what you can, and that's what we've been doing all year, and you know, that's what we'll keep doing. All right, thank you.